Released in 1988, directed by Nello Rosati, as Top Line, starring Franco Nero. I mean, you've got this kind of movie here, which is going on, and you have this kind of movie here, which is also going on. Kind of, to a certain extent. I kind of love the artwork on these Cauldron releases. They are some of the best in the business, in my eyes. Top Line is an absolutely bonkers movie. It's one of those movies where you have a kind of rough idea what you're getting to a certain extent. So you have a down-in-the-luck author stuck in a Colombian jungle looking for a story. He's trying to get money to make ends meet. He's an alcoholic and he's playing around and having fun while he's there. His boss is his ex-wife, and when she threatens to bring him back, stop the job that he's on because there's no need to go any further, he kind of rebels against that, going out into the jungle and stumbling across spaceship. Actual spaceship. I had seen the trailer for this, but I had kind of blocked most of it out. So when I was watching it, I thought I was getting an Indiana Jones ripoff, kind of Ark of the Sun God, that kind of thing, which I would have been happy with. That would have been great. But when this thing moves into the kind of spaceship territory of, say, The Thing or They Live, I was completely blown away by what I was getting here. Franco Nero in this one is a little bit grating as a character. I see him as that stoic hero, the man who can do no wrong, who always can achieve type of things. But in this one, he seems a little bit middling, bumbling. He isn't in a great place in his life, and he's never at the top of his game, it seems. He's always the last to figure out what's going on, stuck in situations he doesn't want to be in, and literally just getting out by the skin of his teeth as he tries to alert everyone to the idea that there are aliens in and around us, and he's found a spaceship. Of course, everybody just mocks him because he's alcoholic, and it's just a character with no credibility whatsoever.
The spaceship scooped it up and then accidentally crashed into a mountain when it remained trapped for the next 500 years. It's still there. This is no bullshit.
But it turns out to be all these strange conspiracy theories going on as people turn up to help him, turn against him, as more people turn up who seem to know about all this, who try to stop this information from getting out. You're just kind of watching a man in a real-life conspiracy trying to deal with what the hell's going on. And that's kind of fine. It's interesting. It gets a little bit repetitive through the middle part as we kind of follow the same thing. Somebody comes to help him, somebody turns against him, he has to escape. And then out of nowhere, when you get to the third part of this film, I'd say the third act, a Terminator robot turns up to try and stop him. And we end up in this wonderful chase sequence, which is just ridiculous. But in a good way. It is silly, it's over the top, but it's fun more than anything. And that's the thing about Top Line, I think, that kept me going. It kept surprising me. It kept changing where I thought the story was going to go. It would settle into a rhythm, and then bam, Terminator robot, aliens among us, something just out the blue that would have practically no connection to what's came before, that would repurpose everything and turn it into something incredibly fun. By the time you get to the end of the movie, there are strange creatures morphing from human bodies, which are grotesque and icky with great practical effects, and it becomes thrilling and exciting. Top Line is a movie that just kept surprising me. I wasn't enamoured with the main character, with Franco's performance, because I wanted him to be a more kind of stoic hero rather than the kind of bumbling buffoon who's getting through each sequence by the skin of his teeth. But I went with it. I did go with it, and I did enjoy it. Ultimately, it was terrific. terrifically baffling, terrifically over the top, completely nonsensical, but it goes for it. It has these tremendous action set pieces. It has a good production value. It has some terrific effects at moments as well, which is just wonderful. Yeah, top line. It's an Italian movie. It's an Italian genre movie which it just tries to throw everything into it, and you've got to appreciate that. You've got to enjoy it, and I did. I would love to know your thoughts on Top Line, whether you loved it, hated it, found it average, and why. Please let me know your thoughts on this one. I need to know. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.